Yo, what is up guys, Marvin here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back in this new video. So today we are outside because when the inspiration comes, man, it just comes, and I got inspired during my morning walk. Today's video, it's gonna be about genetics and environment interactions. So we live in the post-genomic era. What does it mean? It means that we actually live in a time where we know what's written in our DNA. So scientists thought that once we actually code all the DNA, we would know everything about the human body, but that didn't happen. Why is that? We're gonna discover it in this video. The answer about that is in this video. Like right now, you can see I don't live as myself. I live in an environment, and what we look like is called phenotype. And the phenotype is the result of the interaction of our genome with the environment. So you can understand that there are two factors. We could say that our looks are 50% determined by genetics and 50% on environment. Now, is it true? Some people say that it is more about environment, some people say it's more about genetics. What I personally think is, in cases of really severe, let's say, genetic mutations, your looks are determined all by genetics. Like if you're completely fucked up, it's because of your genetics. But most people, like average people, they look the way they look not because they have bad genetics, but because they are living in a bad environment. And what you need to understand is that environment doesn't only mean what happens to us, but it also refers with what we do, because what you eat or how much you decide to exercise, that's not something that happens to you. It's something that you actively decide, but it is classified as environment. So you can see I'm chilling in the sun here. And why is that? It's because I want to explain you guys how the environment influences how we look. Now, we know that genome interacts with the environment, but what does that mean? It means, look at my skin. The color of my skin is determined by genetics. It is true, like I am a white person, but you can see if I expose myself to the sun, I will get darker. Why is that? Because there is a gene, let's call it gene A, that tells the body when you're hit by the sun, produce this protein. Now you can start to understand here the mechanism that are under the way we look. When I flex my arm, there is a big muscle there. I wasn't born with that muscle. I was born with a gene that you guys all have that tells the body when you're exercising, please increase the size of the muscle. It's not really like that. When you exercise, there are a lot of changes like testosterone increases, EGF1 and all that go to actually change the way we express our genes. So you can literally manipulate your genes with everyday actions. The bad thing about all this genetic environment interaction thing is that if it's true that with certain actions you can activate some genes, with certain actions you can overactivate some genes that are bad for you, or you can never activate genes that are good for you. So let's say you stay at home all day, you will never activate your genes that tell you to build muscle. So what's gonna happen? You're gonna get fat, or you're just gonna stay skinny, without any muscle. And it is not really a good thing for you, because having lots of muscle is really good for you, especially because as we age, muscle mass keeps decreasing. So the more muscle mass you start with, the better you're gonna land at when you're old. Don't give too much value to your genetic, because genetic is a limit and definitely affects our lives, but there is so much more than you can do than just sit there and complain about your genetics. I'm gonna make a little list of the best things you can do to improve your looks, basically hijack your genetics. So number one, man, nutrition. Like the old saying goes, you're what you eat. Nothing more accurate than that, especially when you're young, as a kid. For example, height, it is genetic, but it has been shown that the more protein you eat as a kid, the taller you get. Like I am 187, and when I was a kid, I ate a lot of eggs, meat, all the good food, so the more nutrients, the best food you eat, the better you're gonna look, especially in the growing phase. Even when you were in your mama's belly, when you were just a little group of cells, that was already influencing the way you look. So if you're kind of short, you're kind of ugly, think back, ask your mom what she did when she was pregnant. You're not gonna like it, but if your mother abused drugs, smoked, drank alcohol, didn't eat the proper food, that might be a reason why you have bad genetics. Or not bad genetics, your genetics were okay. It's just your development got fucked up by basically the environment you grew in. So nutrition, man, great part. If you know someone is pregnant, please tell her that the nutrition part is key to have a good, healthy baby. Now, number two, bro, is gonna be exercise. Like exercise, it changes everything in your body, from your muscles to your mental health, like even brain development. It has been shown that kids that do sports, they get smarter. I personally think they get more attractive as well. Number three is gonna be sleeping good, because during sleep you activate certain genes and certain molecular pathways that actually repair yourself. So if you have bad skin, it's not always because you have bad genetics, it's because you're not sleeping at night. And number four, bro, alcohol, smoking, like there is no doubt those things are toxic for you and they're just destroying you in every single way. Like there is no point in going to the gym if you drink alcohol and smoke every day. It's stupid, man. It's just straight up stupid. With number one, we talked about how important eating is, but with number five, I'm telling you that overeating is also bad, because when you're always eating, bro, like I'm talking overeating, that you're getting fat, that you're hiring your inflammation, that's when you're basically destroying your body, because the autophagy genes, the one that repair us, they get activated when we are low on nutrients. This is why I told you that in my video about why I fast once per week. Fasting every week is beneficial, like 1 day per week, no eating, just letting your body repair. It's something that many people don't accept, but honestly, man, it's up to them. Like if you want to live like shit, keep doing what you're doing. Number six, I would say, is getting your sunlight in, because vitamin D, if you don't have it, lots of body function will not work. So always good to have your vitamin D. And I would say, man, all the other things are just common sense. Like everybody knows what they should do, they just don't do it. I hope that with this video it is a little bit more clear how much our everyday actions influence our genes, and actually how genetics is not so important as people think. It is pretty important, but it's not so crucial as people think. Like you can do a lot better by bettering your life choices. But yeah, I'm gonna keep this video not too long, because I think it's something that everybody knows, just said in a different way. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys in the next one.